I think I've fallen into that trap before, like very easily actually, like where I'm doing things in terms of like this is what I want to be successful in, because like like ever since I was a kid I've had this like thing where like I want to some kind of art or film, or I mean in my adult life podcasting type of thing, where like I want that to be my thing and I want to be successful. And I think a lot of times for me, this is just me personally, like that comes before the enjoyment sometimes. Like I still enjoy it, but like there's also this part where I'm like, okay, is this going to get the numbers that I need, which is going to give me the subscribers I need, which is going to have me start monetizing, which for a lot of people it's kind of a pointless thing to be thinking about, because like it takes so fucking much to get even a little bit monetized. Confused Breakfast, a great example. Like
amazing,
the great podcast,
best podcast in Iowa.
Yeah, probably
at one point in time, like they were like on the top 100 or something on iTunes.
They
or
had
something.
Bert Kreischer on their pod.
Wild.
But like I mean even them, like they just started getting monetized, but like I mean they still have jobs. Like they're not like doing that full time, you know what I mean? Like it's just such a hard racket.
Honestly, yeah, it is. Like you said, like just to scratch to get all those subscribers, you know, and it's just like it just takes so much just to like, okay, I got 30 new subscribers this month. I got 50 new subscribers this month. I got 100 new subscribers, you know, this month, whatever it happens to be. It takes so much to get it out there, you know, and like what I found in the marketing world is the best way to get out there is to pay somebody money, you know. That's the dumb thing, the paid algorithm.
Yes, that's the hard thing about it.
But it works so well.
Yeah.
It works so well. And that's like the poisoned well. You got to go back to this thing where it's just like this is your only option, but like it's slowly killing you as well, you know.
Yeah.
This takes a lot. And I understand what you're saying, like money versus like the enjoyment, where like I want to do stuff for money, but also like I have one thing that was like instilled in me from my childhood from my parents was like basically like not like get rich, but have enough money where like you're not going to be worried about it. So like tomorrow's sandwich is not going to be a concern to you. If you need a haircut, it's not a concern to you. If your car breaks down and you have to spend $500, it's not a concern to you. And it's a tough place to get to in this society, and I've been given different opportunities in my life in order to get to this place. But at the same time, I do that, and it's made me comfortable with being like, if I don't enjoy this and this is what makes me money, I can walk away from it for a short period of time and go to something else and just try that out, you know. So like a lot of my life is the inverse of what you were describing, where like it's all enjoyment. I've had hobbies where it's like, this is my favorite hobby, this is what I do all the time. For example, the Audible Farm podcast, I was just like, there was a point in my life where I just didn't enjoy it as much. It became work, you know, and it wasn't enjoyable, and I didn't have the correct perspective on life. I didn't have the correct perspective on my own podcast, and the reasons I was doing it were I wasn't measuring up to these like landmarks and things that I was creating. Like, I need to have this many viewers. I need to have this many new subscribers every month. I need to have this many people sharing everything. I need to have this many, and everything that I had in my brain where it's like, these are the metrics I absolutely have to meet. And if I don't, I'm not happy. And then I was just kind of like, well, I'm not happy doing this anymore. Cause that was what I instilled everything to up to that point where like, it's embarrassing because now the podcast is back and it's a big deal again. But like back when it was like what I would call flat, I had like 200 to 300 listeners every week.
Oh, wow.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Of people just tuning in every week. You know, at the height of my podcast, I had 600 audio listeners a week.
Wow.
Which is insanity to think that like if you and I were sitting here, we would need a gymnasium with 600 people in it to fill it in order for us to have a conversation. Like, but in my mind, because the metrics were going down from 600 to like 200 or 300, I was just like, this isn't worth it anymore. Everything's on the downhill slide. And it was just insanely consistent downhill slide of a pattern. But some of that was probably because I was getting burned out doing it every week, you know, spending at least 5 hours a week and coordinating this every single week to do this thing, you know, and the enjoyment wasn't there. Whatever the metric was I was using to measure it, the enjoyment wasn't there. So that's why I quit doing it. You know, it wasn't because it didn't make me money at that point in time. I had, you know, Patreon, and that was how you viewed the episodes, because it was, you know, that's just the pattern I had built. So like if you wanted to watch it, you had to go on Patreon, and that's what people did. And I would put deals every now and then on there for the shop. So it's like, if you want a t-shirt, I can tell you what it cost, you know, basically just pay the shipping and here's your whatever 25% off discount or whatever.
Nice.
So I would do stuff like that for just the Patreon people, because they're paying me money every month anyways. But then it was just kind of like, you know, you take that for granted too, where it's just like, even if you're making $50 or $100 off your Patreon, it's like, That's 50 or $100 people are giving you just for doing this thing, you know. And it's like, well, I'm not making it rich. It's like, you don't have to make it rich. This is something you were doing for fun for no reason. You were just like sitting in basements with people talking about music, which is what you do. And now all of a sudden you're mad because you're only making $50 doing it. You know, like, you're mad because you're making money. You're mad because people are listening. Like, that doesn't make any sense, you know. And like, it took me walking away from it to remeasure how I wanted to look at it now. So now I'm just like, I'm just putting the thing out there. If people watch it, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. I'm not putting any extra work to put any extra shine into anything. It's still the same consistency and caliber as it was before, but at the same time, you know, like, it would be eating me up inside to be sitting here knowing I haven't made a post for this week's episode that I made, like, and it's 3 days after the episode came out. Like, it would be destroying me right now. But at the same time, like, right now, I don't care. Like,
sure,
you know, then versus now, you know, you have to like learn from these mistakes, which is not easy and sometimes never fun in life.
Yeah, I think that's really admirable. I think that's a good way to look at it, and something I still struggle with. And you know, like the comments. Like that's the problem, dude. Is like you have all that drive that you're talking about, and then you get like 1, 2, 3 bad comments, and you're like, "What am I doing with my life? This is bullshit."